Top 25 Bank Relationship Manager Interview Questions and Answers. A bank relationship manager plays a critical role in building trust, managing client portfolios, and driving long-term profitability for a bank. Interviewers look for candidates who combine financial knowledge with communication skills, ethical judgment, and customer-centric thinking. Preparing strong, structured answers helps you stand out and demonstrate confidence under pressure. This guide covers the top 25 bank relationship manager interview questions with clear, professional answers designed to reflect real banking scenarios. Each response is carefully crafted to balance technical understanding, relationship-building strategies, and risk awareness, helping you present yourself as a reliable, growth-focused professional ready to handle clients, targets, and responsibilities effectively. 1. What is the role of a bank relationship manager? A bank relationship manager acts as the primary point of contact between the bank and its clients, ensuring strong, long-term relationships. The role involves understanding client financial needs, recommending suitable banking products, and ensuring high service standards. Relationship managers also monitor portfolios, manage risks, resolve issues, and identify cross-selling opportunities. Success in this role depends on trust, communication, and consistency. By aligning client goals with the bank's offerings, a relationship manager helps increase customer satisfaction, retention, and profitability while maintaining compliance with banking policies and regulations at all times. 2. How do you build strong relationships with clients? Building strong client relationships starts with understanding their needs, goals, and concerns through active listening. I focus on regular communication, transparency, and timely follow-ups to build trust. Providing personalized solutions rather than generic products shows commitment to the client's success. I also ensure consistency by keeping promises and proactively updating clients about relevant opportunities or risks. Over time, reliability and ethical behavior strengthen confidence. When clients feel valued and understood, they are more likely to remain loyal and expand their relationship with the bank. 3. How do you handle difficult or unhappy clients? Handling difficult clients requires patience, empathy, and clear communication. I first listen carefully without interrupting to fully understand their concern. Acknowledging their frustration helps calm emotions and builds trust. I then explain possible solutions honestly, setting realistic expectations. If the issue requires escalation, I involve the appropriate team while keeping client informed. Following up after resolution is essential to restore confidence. By staying professional, calm, and solution-focused, I can turn negative experiences into opportunities to strengthen long-term client relationships. 4. What banking products are you most familiar with? I am familiar with a wide range of banking products, including savings and current accounts, fixed deposits, loans, credit cards, investment products, and insurance solutions. I understand how each product serves different client needs, from liquidity management to wealth creation. My approach is to match product with client financial goals and risk profiles rather than pushing sales. This ensures suitability and long-term satisfaction. Keeping myself updated on product features and regulatory changes allows me to provide accurate, responsible recommendations consistently. 5. How do you identify cross-selling opportunities? Cross-selling opportunities are identified by deeply understanding a client's financial behavior, life cycle stage, and unmet needs. I regularly review account activity, transaction patterns, and portfolio performance to spot gaps. During discussions, I ask open-ended questions to uncover future goals, such as investments, expansion, or protection needs. Recommendations are positioned as solutions, not sales pitches. By aligning additional products with existing relationships, clients see value rather than pressure, resulting in higher acceptance rates and stronger overall engagement with the bank. 6. How do you manage sales targets and pressure? Managing sales targets starts with planning and prioritization. I break targets into achievable monthly and weekly goals, focusing on high-potential clients first. Time management and pipeline tracking help maintain consistency. Rather than chasing numbers blindly, I emphasize quality conversations and needs-based selling. This approach leads to sustainable results. When pressure increases, I stay disciplined, review strategies, and adjust tactics. Maintaining ethical standards and customer trust ensures long-term performance, even under demanding sales environments. 7. How do you ensure compliance and ethical banking? Ensuring compliance starts with strong knowledge of banking regulations, internal policies, and product guidelines. I strictly follow KYC, AML, and documentation procedures, even when under pressure to close deals. Transparency with clients is essential, especially regarding risks and terms. I avoid mis-selling by recommending only suitable products. Regular training and updates help me stay compliant. Ethical banking builds trust, protects the institution, and safeguards my professional credibility, which is critical for long-term success in relationship management. 8. How do you prioritize your clients? I prioritize clients based on portfolio value, growth potential, service needs, and risk exposure. High-value and high-risk clients require more frequent engagement, while routine clients are managed efficiently through scheduled reviews. I also consider urgency, such as pending issues or time-sensitive opportunities. Using CRM tools helps track interactions and follow-ups. Prioritization ensures no client feels neglected while maximizing productivity. A balanced approach allows me to deliver personalized service without compromising overall performance or service quality. 9. How do you retain long-term clients? Client retention depends on trust, consistent service, and proactive engagement. I focus on regular check-ins, timely support, and anticipating needs before issues arise. Offering relevant advice, not just products, positions me as a financial partner rather than a salesperson. Handling problems quickly and transparently strengthens loyalty. I also review portfolios periodically to ensure solutions remain aligned with changing goals. When clients feel understood, supported, and valued, they are more likely to maintain long-term relationships with the bank. 10. How do you handle confidential client information? Handling confidential information requires strict discipline and adherence to data protection policies. I ensure client data is accessed only for legitimate purposes and shared strictly on a need-to-know basis. Physical and digital security measures are always followed, including secure systems and passwords. I avoid discussing client details in public or informal settings. Maintaining confidentiality builds trust and protects both the client and the bank. Any breach can damage reputation, so I treat data security as a core professional responsibility. 11. What skills are essential for a relationship manager? Key skills include communication, emotional intelligence, financial knowledge, and problem solving. Relationship managers must listen actively, explain complex products clearly, and manage expectations effectively. Sales skills are important, but ethical judgment and trust building matter more. Time management and organization help handle multiple clients efficiently. Analytical skills support portfolio reviews and risk assessment. Adaptability is also crucial as client needs and market conditions change. A balanced combination of interpersonal and technical skills drives long-term success. 12. How do you assess a client's financial needs? Assessing financial needs starts with detailed discussions about income, expenses, goals, and risk tolerance. I ask structured yet open-ended questions to understand both short-term and long-term priorities. Reviewing financial statements and transaction history provides additional insights. I also consider life events such as business growth, education, or retirement. This holistic approach ensures recommendations are practical and suitable. Accurate assessment reduces risk, improves satisfaction, and strengthens the advisor relationship between the client and the bank. 13. How do you stay updated with banking trends? I stay updated by regularly reviewing internal communications, attending training sessions, and following financial news. I also monitor regulatory updates, market trends, and product changes. Learning from senior colleagues and industry reports helps deepen understanding. Continuous learning allows me to provide informed advice and anticipate client concerns. Staying current enhances credibility and confidence during client interactions. In a fast-changing banking environment, updated knowledge is essential for delivering relevant, competitive, and compliant solutions. 14. How do you handle loan-related discussions with clients? Loan discussions require clarity, transparency, and responsibility. I explain eligibility, interest rates, repayment terms, and risks in simple language. Understanding the client's cash flow and repayment capacity is essential before recommending any loan. I avoid overcommitting clients and ensure proper documentation. Addressing questions honestly builds trust. By focusing on suitability rather than volume, I help clients make informed decisions while protecting the bank from unnecessary credit risk. 15. How do you deal with rejection from clients? Rejection is part of relationship management, and I handle it professionally. I respect a client's decision and avoid pressuring them. Instead, I seek feedback to understand their concerns or timing issues. Maintaining a positive attitude ensures a relationship remains intact for future opportunities. I continue providing service and value without resentment. Often, consistent engagement leads to acceptance later. Rejection helps refine my approach, improve communication, and better align solutions with client expectations. 16. How do you manage high-value clients? Managing high-value clients requires personalized attention, discretion, and proactive service. I focus on understanding their complex financial needs and providing tailored solutions. Regular reviews, priority responses, and strategic advice help maintain trust. I also coordinate with internal teams to ensure seamless service delivery. Risk management is critical, as these portfolios significantly impact the bank. By consistently delivering value and maintaining confidentiality, I strengthen long-term relationships and ensure client satisfaction and loyalty. 17. How do you handle multiple clients simultaneously? Handling multiple clients effectively depends on organization and prioritization. I use CRM systems to track interactions, follow-ups, and deadlines. Scheduling regular reviews and setting reminders prevents delays. I allocate time based on urgency and value while maintaining service quality for all clients. Clear communication manages expectations when immediate responses are not possible. By staying structured and disciplined, I ensure each client receives attention without compromising efficiency or performance. 18. What do you do if a client violates banking policies? If a client violates banking policies, I address the situation professionally and firmly. I explain the relevant policy and potential consequences clearly. Maintaining compliance is non-negotiable, regardless of client value. If needed, I escalate the issue to compliance or risk teams while keeping communication transparent. Protecting the bank's integrity is essential. Handling such situations calmly and ethically preserves professionalism and reinforces the bank's commitment to lawful, responsible banking practices. 19. How do you contribute to bank profitability? I contribute to profitability by growing client portfolios, increasing product penetration, and improving retention. Needs-based cross-selling ensures sustainable revenue. Effective risk assessment reduces defaults and losses. By delivering excellent service, I encourage referrals and long-term relationships. Efficient time management maximizes productivity. Profitability is not just about sales. It's about balancing growth, risk, and customer satisfaction. This balanced approach supports the bank's financial health and reputation. 20. How do you manage client expectations? Managing expectations requires honesty and clarity from the beginning. I clearly explain product features, timelines, and limitations to avoid misunderstandings. Regular updates keep clients informed about progress or delays. I avoid overpromising, even when under pressure. If circumstances change, I communicate promptly and offer alternatives. Clear expectation management builds trust and reduces dissatisfaction. Clients appreciate transparency and are more understanding when communication is consistent and realistic. 21. How do you handle stress in a demanding role? I handle stress by staying organized and maintaining perspective. Planning tasks and setting priorities reduces last-minute pressure. I focus on controllable actions rather than outcomes alone. Short breaks and healthy routines help maintain energy. When challenges arise, I approach them methodically instead of emotionally. Seeking support from colleagues when needed also helps. Managing stress effectively ensures consistent performance, better decision-making, and positive client interactions in a demanding banking environment. 22. How do you approach first meetings with new clients? In first meetings, I focus on building rapport and understanding needs rather than selling immediately. I introduce myself clearly, explain my role, and ask thoughtful questions. Listening is prioritized over talking. I observe communication style and preferences to tailor future interactions. Providing a clear overview of available services builds confidence. A strong first impression establishes trust and sets the foundation for a productive, long-term banking relationship. 23. How do you handle competition from other banks? Handling competition requires differentiation through service quality and trust. I focus on understanding why clients consider alternatives and address those concerns honestly. Highlighting the bank's strengths, stability, and personalized support adds value. I avoid criticizing competitors and instead emphasize long-term benefits. Strong relationships often outweigh short-term incentives offered elsewhere. Consistent service, reliability, and ethical conduct help retain clients even in highly competitive banking markets. 24. How do you measure your success as a relationship manager? I measure success through client satisfaction, retention rates, portfolio growth, and compliance quality. Achieving targets is important, but sustainable relationships matter more. Positive feedback, referrals, and long-term engagement indicate trust. Low complaint levels and strong audit results reflect ethical performance. Success is a balance of financial results and relationship strength. This holistic view ensures long-term contribution to both clients and the bank. 25. Why should we hire you as a bank relationship manager? You should hire me because I combine financial knowledge with strong relationship-building skills. I prioritize client needs, ethical conduct, and consistent service. My structured approach helps manage targets, risks, and multiple clients efficiently. I communicate clearly, handle pressure professionally, and adapt to changing client expectations. I see myself as a long-term partner to both clients and the bank. This mindset supports sustainable growth, trust, and profitability. Preparing thoughtful answers like these helps you approach a bank relationship manager interview with clarity and confidence. Focus on structure, real-world examples, and ethical judgment while responding. Consistency, professionalism, and a client-first mindset are what interviewers value most. With the right preparation, you can present yourself as a reliable, growth-oriented banking professional ready to build strong, lasting client relationships.